at your Fighting Saints. At this time, let's introduce tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Trojans. A guard number 1, Brandon McQueen. At the other guard spot, number 2, Keontae Thomas. At 1 forward spot, number 3, Sterling Brown. And at the other forward spot, number 4, Jason Thomas. Rounding out the Trojan lineup in the middle, number 34, Leon Williams. Trinity International is coached by Greg Miller. And now the starting lineup for your Fighting Saints. At one guard spot, he's a 6'1" senior from Portland, Oregon, number 1, Russell Tillery. At the other guard spot, a 6' senior from Corsicana, Texas, number 11, Carlos Tobias. At one forward spot, a 6'7" junior from Mokina, Illinois, number 10, EJ Charles. And at the other forward spot, a 6'3" senior from Frankfurt, Illinois, number 23, Joey Buchetti. Rounding out the Fighting Saint lineup in the middle, a 6'5" senior from Sydney, Australia, number 13, Lucas Foley.
Good evening and welcome once again inside the Sullivan Center on the campus of the University of St. Francis as we prepare for men's basketball here, part 2 of the doubleheader between St. Francis and Trinity International. On the women's side, the Fighting Saints were able to take care of the Trojans handily, and now the men will try to pull off the same thing. No easy task against a very good Trojans team. Terry Bonadonna with you once again for tonight's action. Saints take the floor wearing white. They'll be going from right to left here in the first half. The Trojans are in black, and they'll be going from left to right to get this game started. EJ Charles against Leon Williams on the opening tip. And away we go. Tip is won by Leon Williams, and Trinity International takes first possession. This is Sterling Brown carrying it off to the right side. Bounced up top to Leon Williams. Williams back outside to Keontae Thomas. Thomas drives on Joey Bujemi into the corner. Jaden Thomas. Thomas up with the right hand, bounces off the glass and gets the front iron. Does not go. The Saints get the stop on the first possession of the game. And now the Fighting Saints get their first chance on offense today. Lewis Holy holds it at the top, passing off to Carlos Tobias. Tobias gets inside, and he is called for taking an extra step before making the pass. You already heard the starters, but here they are one more time for Trinity. The guards are McQueen, Thomas, Brown, and the forwards are Thomas and Williams. That's Jaden Thomas and Leon Williams. For the Saints, Russell Tillery, Carlos Tobias, Joey Bujemi are in the backcourt. EJ Charles and Lewis Holy in the front court. Brown kicks it outside. Jaden Thomas for 3. He's got it. And Trinity strikes first. 3-0 is the lead for the Trojans. And they've done that without Brandon McQueen touching the basketball on either of the first 2 possessions. McQueen is their leading scorer this year. Here's Charles. Hand off to Joey Bujemi. Bujemi holds on the outside, passes up top, Carlos Tobias. Tobias drives with the left hand, shovels it off underneath to Lewis Holy, who lays it in. Beautiful drive by Carlos Tobias, and Lewis Holy is there to finish it off for his first 2 points of the game. Lewis Holy has the Saints on the board. Tillery has a steal. Tillery blocked from behind, going the other way by Leon Williams. Loose ball picked up by Tobias, who lays it in. Set up by Russell Tillery's steal. Tillery not able to finish with the points, but Tobias is there to back him up. So the Saints lead for the first time. It's 4-3. Quickly on the other end, Keontae Thomas flies to the basket and lays it in. Both teams moving quickly here. We've seen a pair of lead changes already in the first 2 minutes. And now a steal by Sterling Brown as he intercepts the pass and lays it in on the other side. 4 in a row quickly for Trinity International. Their lead is 3, 7-4. Just over 2 minutes in. Here's Russell Tillery across half court. Walking along the far sideline, guarded by Keontae Thomas. Tillery drives around Thomas, loses the ball. It's knocked out by the Trojans. Tillery set to inbound here. Saints lined up in a box around the key. Lobbed up top for Tobias and intercepted by Keontae Thomas. Thomas goes the other way and lays it in. 6 straight for Trinity International. They've gotten the last couple of buckets in transition off of a steal. Not a great pass that time from Tillery, looking for Tobias. Here's E.J. Charles bouncing into the corner. Russell Tillery kicks it outside. Tobias for 3, no good. Throw to the sideline. Charles dives to try to keep it in bounds. Unsuccessfully. Good effort, though, by E.J. Charles. So the Saints come up empty on Tobias' 3-point attempt. Carlos Tobias has 2 points so far today. He came in leading the team at 14 per game. One of 3 double-digit scorers on average, just 2 games into the season. There's a bump down low. Charles, I thought, was called for the foul on Jaden Thomas, but looks like they got Thomas for stepping out of bounds. So no foul on that. And the Saints are able to force a turnover. Nice work by E.J. Charles defensively. Against some full court pressure, Charles inbounds to Tobias. 5 combined turnovers already in this game. That was the second for Trinity. The Saints have turned it over 3 times so far. Carlos Tobias bounces to a cutting Joey Bujemi, who lays it in. Nice find from Tobias, and Joey Bujemi off a strong cut is able to finish at the basket. His first 2 points tonight. There's a block from E.J. Charles. Saints working the other way. They've got numbers. Bujemi takes it down low. The ball is stripped loose and picked up by Leon Williams. It was 3-on-2, but Trinity's able to come up with a stop, trying to turn it into points on the other end. McQueen misses on the 3. Offensive rebound, Keontae Thomas, and he's fouled by Charles. Thomas took that ball right out of E.J. Charles' hands, and in frustration, Charles fouls him. First foul of the game on either side. 3 minutes and 40 seconds in. 3-point lead for the visitors. Inbounded to Leon Williams. Out to half court. This is Brandon McQueen. McQueen's been very silent in the first few minutes of this game. Has not yet taken a shot. Keontae Thomas spins inside, misses, grabs the loose ball, and out to Sterling Brown. Brown fires down low for Williams, and it's intercepted by Lewis Holy. There's Joey Bujemi, and a foul on the other side of the floor called against Jaden Thomas, getting an E.J. Charles' way. So that foul on TIU. First foul on Trinity, and Tillery set to inbound here. Into Joey Bujemi. Holy, high post. Passes outside Bujemi once again. Here's the drive with the right hand, blows by 2 defenders and lays it in. Joey Bujemi has 4 points so far tonight. Bujemi just 1 point behind Carlos Tobias on the leaderboard coming in. Tobias had scored 28 through 2 games. Bujemi at 27. Sterling Brown drives, circles, kicks it outside, Keontae Thomas. Thomas pulls up just inside the 3-point line, misses on the jumper, and a loose ball foul is called on the Fighting Saints. Second foul on E.J. Charles. Ryan Marks wanted clarification there just to make sure that was on Charles. It is number 2 on him, so he checks out. And Rihanna Maxwell Topia comes in. Brandon McQueen dribbles once, fires a three. Back iron, no good. Rebound to Tobias. Here comes Tillery. Tillery lays it up and in, and the Saints take the lead. Nice job by Russell Tillery scoring there, set up by Carlos Tobias on the rebound and the pass. 1 point advantage for St. Francis. It's our third lead change today. Sterling Brown spins into the lane, misses on the one-handed floater. Offensive rebound, a chance for Keontae Thomas, and he lays it in. Trinity International is back out in front. Back and forth early on. Tillery fakes the three, now steps into a two-point jumper, misses from the mid-range, and the rebound goes to Keontae Thomas. Nifty ball work by Thomas, nearly lost it, kept alive. Here's Brandon McQueen. McQueen drives on Tobias, who has shut him down so far. McQueen backing in, gets into the paint, step back jumper is good. Beautiful possession for Brandon McQueen. He is ready to get himself on the scoreboard, averaging nearly 25 points per game. And nearly 6 minutes before his first points tonight, but he is on the board. Here's Rihanna Maxwell Topia on the right side. Maxwell Topia drives with the left hand, kicked out to Russell Tillery, he steps out of bounds. Tillery lost his place on the court right there. He was solid foot at least over that sideline. And so an easy call for the officials as the letting Saints go to the bench. Carter Fahey is in, Lewis McGlasson, Nadav Gurner, and Darius Wright. So 5 subs out there now for St. Francis. Brandon McQueen, fresh off his first bucket, tries to make it 2-0 and does, off the glass. Brandon McQueen scored 40 in this building last year. He's up to 4 now in this one, and Trinity takes a 3-point lead. Lewis McGlasson holds on the left wing, lob down low for Carter Fahey. Fahey dribbles once, puts it up and in. Carter Fahey is on the board, his first 2 points of the night, and the Saints are back within 3. That snaps the 6-0 Trinity International run. McQueen up to Sterling Brown. Brown nearly loses his footing, holds the dribble though, and somehow gets it off to Keontae Thomas. Here's Jack Cahoon across court. Sterling Brown for 3. That comes up short, and it hit the shot clock, so it's out of bounds. No rebound for Gurner. Sterling Brown just 2 points so far. He averages 19 a game, so he and Brandon McQueen, just the two of them, average to score about half of their team's points on the season. Both off to slow starts today, although McQueen has come around. Lewis McGlasson walks into a three-pointer and misses it short. Rebound to the Trojans. Brown pushes it ahead. This is Diamond Presniakovic. Out to Jack Cahoon. Cahoon dribbles around, fires a three, rims out. Rebound to the sophomore point guard Nadav Gurner. Gurner across half court, guarded by Sterling Brown. Holds up at the right wing, passes back to Carter Fahey. Fahey sets it up to the left, lobs in for Maxwell Topia. Into the corner, Lewis McGlasson wide open for 3, and he drains it. McGlasson ties the score at 15. His first 3 points of the night, 8 minutes into this one, and we're knotted up for the first time. Cross-court pass finds its way to Brandon McQueen. McQueen dribbles into a double team, kicks it out. Brown for 3. No good. Rebound knocked out of the hands of McGlasson by Leon Williams, kept alive for Trinity. Presniakovic kicks it outside. Three-pointer is good and a foul. And Brandon McQueen will go to the line with a chance for a 4-point play. Well, McQueen started slower than usual today, going 6 minutes before getting his first points, but if he makes this free throw, that would be 8 points in the 2.5 since then. And he does make the free throw. 4-point play for Brandon McQueen, and a timeout is called. 11:49 to play in the first half, and Trinity International has a 4-point lead. The Trojans have led the majority of the way here, but St. Francis has kept it close, and they've been able to go on a couple of runs to force the lead to go back and forth. We've seen the lead change 4 times so far in this one. Just one tie, and that was where we just were at 15-15 prior to that 4-point play for Brandon McQueen. He's got 8, 6 points for Keontae Thomas. Saints have been a little bit more balanced early on, in part because Ryan Marks has used his bench, as he always does, bringing 5 subs in. E.J. Charles had to leave early because he picked up 2 quick fouls. But 6 different players have scored already for the Fighting Saints. Saints basketball out of the timeout. Brianna Maxwell-Topia inbounds to Darius Wright. Wright, the junior guard, transferred in from Florida Tech, dribbles it across half court, passes into the corner. Lewis McGlasson to the basket, lays it in. Second field goal for Lewis McGlasson. Makes it a 1-score game. Brandon McQueen drives, dishes Leon Williams down low. Williams fights it up and in. First points of the game for Leon Williams. Nadav Gerner passes off to Wright. Darius Wright fires inside. Fahey, nice fake, and his layup is good. Nice work all around by the Saints. Wright had an open shot. He got a closer one, though, for Carter Fahey, who faked and ended up with a wide open layup. Darius Wright called for the foul here as he bumps Sterling Brown. 4th foul on St. Francis, first on Wright. And then Brown will inbound. Into Presniakovis. Brandon McQueen on the right wing. McQueen drives with the left hand. His pass is picked off. Fahey deflects it to Maxwell-Topia. Down the floor for McGlasson, who loses it, gets it back off the deflection from Darius Wright, and he's fouled. So McGlasson lost control of the basketball. I don't know if Wright controlled his tip there intentionally, but he did find McGlasson again. He's fouled on the floor. Second foul on Trinity. First on Jack Cahoon. Nadav Gerner tries to find Maxwell-Topia, but he can't. It's deflected by McQueen. Gerner picks it back up and bounces it out to Carter Fahey. Not a great start for the Saints there, but they recover well. Here's McGlasson spinning towards the basket, off the glass and in. McGlasson has 7 of the last 9 points for St. Francis, and we're tied once again in a very tight first half. 21 all. Sterling Brown passes off to Diamond Presniakovis. Presniakovis took an extra step. Traveling called on Diamond Presniakovis, the junior forward. Presniakovis' brother, Eddie Presniakovis, is a former assistant coach for St. Francis, former player as well. He was here for that #1 team in the nation that the Saints had. McGlasson inside, misses off the glass. Rebound put back good for Carter Fahey. St. Francis is ahead once again. 2-point lead for the Fighting Saints. This is their biggest lead. They've had several of them, but they've not led by more than 1 possession. Brown spins around right, pull up from the free throw line. Beautiful shot, Sterling Brown. Ty Archer ties it at 23. Darius Wright drives with the left hand into the paint. Step back jumper from the elbow is good. Darius Wright has his first 2 points of the game. Now we're going back and forth here. Both teams shooting the ball very well right now. Here's Jack Cahoon. Cahoon drives to the basket, misses the layup. Good drive, got by 2 defenders, couldn't finish. Maxwell-Topia over to Darius Wright, who steps back to the half-court circle. Fahey gets inside, lays it up and in. Carter Fahey's been very impressive this first half. Fahey is 4 for 4 from the field for a team-high 8 points. Saints are shooting 72% from the field, and they've got their biggest lead so far. Brown is able to tighten it up a little bit with that turnaround with the right hand. Gerner into the paint, foul. (27-25), St. Francis leads. 8 minutes, 20 seconds to play in the first half. A couple of subs come on for Trinity, but the Saints stick with their 5 reserves who have played very well as a unit. Gerner, Maxwell, Topia, Fahey, McGlasson, and Wright. This is Carter Fahey on the drive, and he is unsuccessful. Trying to bank it in this time. Rebound knocked out of bounds. So it'll stay with the Saints. Nabil Kone is in for Trinity for the first time, guarding the inbounds play, but the Saints are able to get it in. Fahey across court to McGlasson. Lewis McGlasson, three-pointer, short. Rebound into the hands of Maxwell Topia. Second chance is good. Rehana Maxwell Topia is on the board, his first 2 points. 8th player to score today for St. Francis. McQueen tries to answer. Can't get the roll off the runner. And a rebound to Fahey. Darius Wright, left wing, dribbles it off his foot, gets it back. This is Nadav Gerner. Gerner drives, his pass into the corner is deflected. Picked off by McQueen, who throws it off of Gerner, out of bounds. Nice work by Brandon McQueen. Lewis Holy is back in for Carter Fahey. He checks out with 8 points in 6 minutes. Keontae Thomas bounces to McQueen, gets it right back. Thomas, pull-up jumper from 2-point range, misses. Rebound Lewis Holy. Nadav Gerner's pressured by Cahoon, gets around him. Gerner to the basket, lays it up and in. And Nadav Gerner is on the board. 9th Fighting Saints to score a point today. And St. Francis's lead is 31-25. Timeout called by Trinity International and their head coach, Greg Miller. Miller's in his 3rd season with the Trojans, and he's done a heck of a job with them. They have been, over the last couple of years, one of the top teams in the conference. And this year that figures to be the same, although they're on a rough patch coming into tonight. 3-2 their record overall this season. They've lost 2 in a row, including a critical conference battle with Trinity Christian. And so far today's game, not out of the ordinary for Trinity International. They score with the best of them, don't necessarily defend as well. And today, a lot of points. The Saints shooting the ball exceptionally so far, 65%. Trinity is at just 46%. But they have been able to get a few more opportunities thanks to a couple of St. Francis turnovers. So far on the season, Trojans average 86 points a game. They allow 87 per game, though. They have scored at least 80 every time out there. But their opponents have increased their scoring total every game. In the 5 games they've played, they have allowed 67, 77, 88, 99, and 103. So if the trend holds, Saints can figure to score at least 105 today, at least. Well, we're on pace for right around that right now. I don't know that they're going to shoot 65% for the whole game. Keontae Thomas is fouled. Foul should be on the floor. He did pass out of the shot. So Keontae Thomas will inbound from the baseline. Inbounds pass deflected off of Lewis Holy. Thomas was trying to find Nabil Kone. Inbounded to McQueen. McQueen backs in on Tillery, picked up by Wright. Passed outside into the corner. Three-pointer Cahoon rattles around and misses. Lewis McGlasson comes down with it for St. Francis. McGlasson, crossover three-pointer, off the mark, rebound Cahoon. Cahoon pressured from behind, slows it down, and resets the possession. Nabil Kone over to McQueen, going through another lull here in the scoring. McQueen pulls up, bounces outside to Jaden Thomas. Thomas has it poked away from behind by Joey Bajemi, and the Saints come up with a steal. Bajemi left side, not in position to take the three, so he backs it out. Just over 6 minutes to play in the half. Bajemi step back two-point jumper, no good. And Holy is shoved in the back by Kone. Foul called on the loose ball against the Trojans. Brandon McQueen, I mentioned, was going through another lull. He went 6 minutes before getting his first basket. Then he scored 8 points in the span of about 2.5 minutes. And now he's gone 6 minutes without scoring again. Still leads the team with 8 points. Carter Fahey leads the Saints with 8. Russell Tillery drives. Tillery gets around Kone and lays it in. Russell Tillery now has 4 points. Saints extend their biggest lead of the game. It's up to 8 as Tillery is able to get a piece of that shot from McQueen. A block for Tillery, gives it back to the Saints. Now he blows by McQueen into the corner for McGlasson. Didn't catch it cleanly, so he dribbles around out to Lewis Holy. Holy holds at the top, bounces to a cutting McGlasson, double team, tries to force it out to Tobias. Can't get a feel for it though. It's intercepted by Keontae Thomas. Thomas scores on a foul. First foul on Carlos Tobias. That snaps a 10-2 St. Francis run. 10-5 now as the free throw is good. 3-point play. Moving screen called on Lewis Holy. So the Saints turn it over for the 9th time today. The first foul on Holy. That's the 7th on the team, so they've hit their limit, and the next one will send Trinity to the free throw line. 5:12 to play in the first half. Timeout called. St. Francis leads 33-28. Fighting Saints at 62%, so their field goal percentage has not dipped too much since I said that it probably wasn't going to stay that high the whole game. The key for the Fighting Saints so far is how much action they've had inside. They're able to shoot well because most of the shots have been layups. 26 points in the paint so far for the Fighting Saints, who are just 1 of 5 from three-point range, but on two-pointers, 15 of 21. That's a percentage I'm sure I could figure out in my head quickly enough. It's not too quickly. 74%, something like that. I'll try it again later. No time to think right now. It's the timeout is nearing its conclusion. St. Francis has been playing without E.J. Charles for most of this first half. Charles had to sit down with 2 early fouls. He's the only player who has appeared in today's game for the Saints who has not scored. 9 players have found the scoreboard, led by Fahey's 8 and McGlasson's 7. Trinity International led this one most of the first 10 minutes of the game, but the Saints got hot with their reserves and were able to pull ahead by as many as 8 points. Largest lead for the Trojans has been just 5. Keontae Thomas has the ball out of the timeout. Foul called on Carlos Tobias. That's his second. And that'll send Thomas to the free throw line for 1 and 1. First foul shot is good. He'll get another. Keontae Thomas this season has struggled on free throws as he misses that second one. Just 9 of 21 from the foul line this season. He makes 1 of 2. It's a 4-point game. High post, Joey Bujemi on the near side. Sends it down low to Lewis Holy, and Holy's fouled on the reach. First foul on Keontae Thomas, just the 5th on the team. Russell Tillery set to inbound. Darius Wright comes back in. It's Wright, Bujemi, Holy, and Tobias out there with Tillery. Inbounded to Darius Wright. Bounced off to Holy, back to Wright, 3-pointer, good. Darius Wright hits the second 3-pointer of the game for the Fighting Saints. He's got 5 points. The lead is back to 7. Sterling Brown drives to his right, floats it up with the right hand, cannot get the roll, and Wright comes away with it. Russell Tillery by 1 defender, gets to the basket, misses on the layup. Holy can't bring down the rebound. It's Jaden Thomas instead. Thomas for the Trojans going the other way is fouled by Wright. Second foul on Wright, so he joins Tobias and Charles, who each have 2 fouls. Charles has been on the bench since picking up his second. Tobias has been playing with 2 fouls, and Wright will as well, as Ryan Marks does not make a move to the bench just yet. Jaden Thomas makes the first free throw. 36-30 the score. After a short rest, Brandon McQueen is back in along with Leon Williams. Second free throw misses for Thomas. Holy grabs the rebound. Wright bounces into the cutting Holy. Nice fake. Second time up, it's in. Eight-point lead matches the biggest of the game for St. Francis. Sterling Brown on the runner. No good. Short. Rebound goes to Tillery. Senior point guard races down the floor, now pulls back a little bit. Here comes Carlos Tobias along the baseline, out to Wright. And a foul called on Tobias, that's his 3rd. Offensive foul on Carlos Tobias. 3 fouls in just 9 minutes played tonight for Carlos Tobias, who has scored only 2 points. He checks out. Rihanna Maxwell Topia comes in. Carter Fahey is in as well for Lewis Holy. Wiping up a wet spot on the floor before we continue here. St. Francis leads by 8. They've led since 25-23. After the lead changed hands numerous times, we've seen 5 total lead changes. Leon Williams misses from point-blank range, wide open. Great pass from Keontae Thomas. Williams couldn't finish. Now Carter Fahey loses it as Thomas comes away with the steal and the dunk on the other end. Here's Darius Wright bouncing to Fahey in the corner. Out to Maxwell Topia. Russell Tillery open 3, got it. 9-point lead for the Saints. Tillery has got 7. Jaden Thomas lobs down low for Williams. Williams misses the layup again. This time highly pressured. Here comes Tillery. Russell Tillery streaking by defenders, lays it in. 5 in a row for Russell Tillery. Quick points right there as Brandon McQueen takes it back the other way. McQueen from the foul line knocks down the jumper. And that gets the deficit back to single digits for Trinity International. Just over 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Saints led by 11 prior to that bucket. Here's Joey Bujemi on the left wing. And Bujemi is fouled by Keontae Thomas. Saints go to the bench. Jake Carley comes in for Darius Wright. Bujemi with 20 on the shot clock, inbounds to Carter Fahey. Lobbed out to Bujemi. Bujemi crosses over, cuts down the lane. Now picks up his dribble, fights up a shot. Can't connect off the glass. Rebound goes to Trinity. McQueen pulls up at the top of the key and passes to his right. This is Sterling Brown on the drive and kick to Thomas. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound to Bujemi. Saints want to run here. They've got numbers. Joey Bujemi takes it all the way himself. Blocked by McQueen. Carley there to follow. Carley is fouled. And he'll go to the free throw line. This will be a 1-and-1 for Carley. The foul was on the floor. And this is his first free throw attempt of the season. Aaron Sufer checks in for the first time today for Trinity. Jack Cahoon takes a seat. Carley misses the front end, but the rebound is tipped in by Rehana Maxwell-Topia. So it's a two-point possession after all. 45-34, Saints back up by 11. Leon Williams tries to cut into that and has a wide open layup. Williams has 4 points. Tillery up top to Bujemi. Joey Bujemi bounces to the left elbow. This is Rehana Maxwell-Topia. Maxwell-Topia picks up his dribble, trying to pass to Tillery, deflected away by Brown, and Brown keeps it in bounds. He tries a three-pointer and hits it. Off the takeaway, Brown gets 3 points, and a quick 5-0 spurt for Trinity International makes this just a 6-point game. The Trinity contingent of fans starting to make a little noise here in the final minute of the half. Rehana Maxwell-Topia hands it to Joey Bujemi. Bujemi, three-pointer. Good. A good response from Joey Bujemi. The teams trade threes on the last two possessions. And now Trinity can probably hold on for the final shot here. About 2.5 seconds separate the shot and game clocks. McQueen steps back to half court. Now with 10 on the shot clock, starts to make his move forward. McQueen cycles to the left. McQueen against two defenders into the corner. Blocked out of bounds by Bujemi. Aaron Sufer's shot is turned away. With 2 seconds on the shot clock, Trinity will get a chance to try it again here. They need to get off a quick one. Saints go to the bench first. Jalen Bates comes on for a little extra defense with Carter Fahey coming out. McQueen, three-pointer, no good. Rebound goes to Bujemi at the buzzer. His shot is off the mark. So the first half comes to a close with St. Francis ahead by 9. 48-39 is our score. Back and forth we went early on, but the Saints got hot. Trinity could not match them. St. Francis shot a blistering 59% for the first half of play. I'll get you the rest of the first half stats along with second half action in about 15 minutes right now. We'll take a break. St. Francis on top at the half against Trinity International. Just about set for the start of the second half here in Joliet. St. Francis against Trinity International. The Fighting Saints have a 9-point lead over the Trojans. Terry Bonavano with you once again as the Saints look to go on another run here early in the second half and distance themselves a bit from Trinity. They trailed for a while in the first half, but they got hot as they went along. They shot 60% from the field for the half and posting their 48-point total. And keep in mind, this is a team that mostly the same team from last year, and they showed the ability to score some points last year, but this same team managed only 58 points in their conference opener on Wednesday against Calumet St. Joe's. They're only 10 points away from that already right now. Big reason they've got the lead is that shooting, 60%. Trinity at just 44%. The Saints have also out-rebounded the Trojans 25-12. The one spot that Trinity has been able to take advantage of to keep themselves in the game. They forced St. Francis into 11 turnovers and have 16 points off of those turnovers. But the Saints, 32 points in the paint to just 16 for Trinity, has helped them build their lead as we are underway in the second half. Carter Fahey leads the team with 8 points, 7 apiece for Lewis McGlasson, Joey Bujemi, and Russell Tillery. Darius Wright drives, bounces out to Lewis Holy. Back to Tillery. Tillery passes to E.J. Charles, and Charles is fouled. E.J. Charles is the only man for St. Francis today who has played and not scored, and that's because he left just 5 minutes in with 2 fouls, and now as we start the second half, he is fouled. Carlos Tobias has 3 fouls, and so he is actually on the bench as we start the second half. Darius Wright is in. Wright takes a corner 3 and misses it short. Charles skies for the rebound. Another chance here for the Fighting Saints. Into Charles. E.J. Charles loses the ball on the way up, and it's saved from going out of bounds by Leon Williams, but he throws it right to Darius Wright. Saints take over. Lewis Holy to the basket, no good. And the rebound goes to Leon Williams. Trinity was led in the first half by Keontae Thomas, who had 12 points. Sterling Brown had 11. Leon Williams throws it down with the right hand. And now timeout is called by St. Francis. 30-second timeout, just 55 seconds into the half. Ryan Marks has seen something that he doesn't like throughout this first minute to make sure he gets rid of it quickly. 7-point lead for the Fighting Saints. Their biggest lead has been 13. Trinity International led by as many as 5. So far we've seen 5 lead changes and 3 ties in this game. But the Saints have led ever since 25-23. St. Francis 1-1 on the season, 0-1 in conference play. They lost a heartbreaker on Wednesday to Calumet St. Joe's. A buzzer-beating 3-pointer knocked them out 59-58. After a blowout win in the non-conference opener against East-West on Monday. Charles to Darius Wright. Wright at half court, guarded by Brandon McQueen. Now lobbed inside for E.J. Charles. Charles working against Jaden Thomas. Tries to put it up with the right hand. Didn't get much on that, but he got his own rebound. Now steps back into a 3-pointer and hits it. With the shot clock running down, E.J. Charles is on the board. Charles makes his 3rd 3-pointer already this season on just 5 attempts. Lewis Holy bats away that pass, and it's intercepted by Darius Wright. Ahead for Bujemi. Joey Bujemi, good look from 3, no good. Lewis Holy is fouled on the battle for the rebound. And so St. Francis will get the ball back here with a 10-point lead. Russell Tillery set to inbound from the baseline. Tillery lobs it into the backcourt. Darius Wright is waiting. Bounced over to Tillery on the right side. Tillery works around a Lewis Holy screen, drives and kicks to Darius Wright in the corner. Right along the baseline, floats it up and in. 7 points for Darius Wright, who scored in double figures on Wednesday against Calumet. A much increased role from a season ago for Darius Wright. Jaden Thomas' three-pointer is good. 9-point game. Trinity heating up from beyond the arc. They were just 3 of 12 on three-pointers in the first half. They've hit their first 2 here in the second half, keeping them in the game. Joey Bujemi drives. Bujemi's layup is good. Good drive for the senior guard. The lead is back into double figures for the Fighting Saints. Here's Sterling Brown. Brown to the basket. Too hard off the glass. Rebounded by Lewis Holy, his 8th rebound of the game. Tillery ahead for Wright. Darius Wright lays it in. Russell Tillery threads the needle with that pass. The lead is back to 13. And the ball is stripped from Brandon McQueen, picked up by E.J. Charles. Here come the Saints. This is Tillery. Into the corner. Joey Bujemi. Floater comes up short. Offensive rebound. Holy, second chance. He's fouled. Two free throws coming up for Lewis Holy as Jaden Thomas is called for the foul. Thomas's 3rd foul, the 3rd on Trinity. Lewis Holy just 2 of 4 from the line so far this season. Makes the first. Jack Cahoon is in for Jaden Thomas. Cahoon played 10 minutes and did not score in the first half. Holy goes 2 of 2 at the line. The lead is up to 15 for St. Francis. This is as big as it's been. Sterling Brown bounces to Brandon McQueen. McQueen pulls up into a jumper. It's good from about 10 feet out. Big shot for Brandon McQueen, who's got 10 points now. That is McQueen's first bucket in 16 minutes of game time. Make that 15 minutes of game time. So that's a long drought for the man who has been their leading scorer the last couple of years. Darius Wright kicks it out to Bujemi. Bujemi fakes, now dribbles the baseline. Bujemi pulls up in the paint, kicks it out to Charles. Three-pointer, a little bit short, but it gets the roll. Charles 2 of 2 from beyond the arc as Bujemi deflects that pass out of bounds. How about E.J. Charles now 4 for 6 on three-pointers this season. He's got 6 points in the game. Carter Fahey checks in for Lewis Holy. 16 minutes on the clock. Ball is inbounded to Brandon McQueen. McQueen backs in on Tillery. Tillery pokes it away and can't quite come up with a steal as Trinity gets it back, but Bujemi gets the steal. Ahead to Tillery, and he lays it in. Timeout called by Greg Miller from the TIU bench. 64-46. St. Francis pulling away here. It was a 9-point game at the half, and they have already doubled that lead after 4 minutes and 14 seconds here in the second half. Saints have not slowed down from the field. They're shooting 59%. The one thing they didn't do much of in the first half was shoot three-pointers. They're turning that up here in the second. They made just 4 in the first half. They've got 2 already in the second. And all game long, they have had success from in the paint. That has continued. St. Francis has been led up to this point by Russell Tillery, Joey Bujemi, and Darius Wright, who each have 9 points. Lewis Holy is up to 10 rebounds now for the game. So he's in double figures there for the first time this season. Came in averaging 7.5 per game. He's got those 10 rebounds today in just 14 minutes played. Ryan Marks has spaced out his subs, and we've seen a lot of action from a lot of different guys in this game. Darius Wright has been out there for 16 minutes. Tillery and Bujemi for 17 minutes each. And they lead the way, but we've seen 10 players out there for St. Francis, and all of them have contributed. Everybody who has played has scored. Trinity doesn't go that deep. Only 8 players have appeared, and they've gotten only about 22 minutes off of their bench so far. 0 points from their bench. St. Francis is over 30 now. 32-0 bench points. Cahoon steps back, fires a 3, in and out. So the bench remains scoreless for the Trojans. Tillery passes to Joey Bujemi. Bujemi takes his time, looking down low for Charles. Instead, puts the ball on the floor, spins into the paint, fights it up and misses. The rebound goes to Trinity. Offensive foul on Sterling Brown. Brown gave a little push off as he worked his way inside. 4th foul called on the Trojans this half. There have not been any against St. Francis. We still haven't seen Carlos Tobias this half. Tobias picked up 3 fouls in the first half and have not gone back to him. Charles is fouled. Jack Cahoon got a little too aggressive defensively there. So E.J. Charles pulls himself up after drawing the 5th team foul against Trinity this half. Saints are already nearing the bonus. Russell Tillery set to inbound. Deflected out of bounds by Brandon McQueen. Tillery into Charles. Charles passes off to Tillery, left side with 12 to shoot. Into Carter Fahey. Fahey backs in on Brown, kicks it out to Darius Wright, extra pass to Charles, 5 on the shot clock. Carter Fahey has to fire up a 3 with the shot clock running down, misses it short, and the rebound goes to Leon Williams. Saints may be a little too unselfish on that possession. Darius Wright reaches in on Sterling Brown and forces the tie-up. Possession arrow favors Trinity. They'll keep it with 22 to shoot. What a good defensive play just the same. Now Tobias comes back in as Wright heads out. Lewis McGlasson comes in for Joey Bujemi. Inbounded up top. Brown on the drive. The little runner misses. And we got a foul called on St. Francis. Goes on Carter Fahey. It's after the shot on the floor. So the shot, or the foul, I should say, will not lead to free throws. Inbounded to Leon Williams. An easy layup off the pass from Sterling Brown. 16-point game here. McGlasson lobs it for Tillery. Russell Tillery on the right wing. Backs it up towards the sideline. Now drives to the right. Tillery all the way to the hoop and in. Russell Tillery has himself another layup. Tillery's into double figures. Cahoon for 3. That's good. There's your first points off the bench for Trinity International. And now a steal for Keontae Thomas. Thomas takes it in on Charles, misses, putback misses from Cahoon. Rebound tipped around into the hands of Brandon McQueen. Cahoon up top for Brown. They start it over again. Brown steps into a long 3 and knocks it down. 5 quick points consecutively for Trinity. And a timeout is called by St. Francis as the pressure defense from the Trojans was starting to cause the Saints some problems. 66-54 is our score here with 13:24 to play. Fighting Saints have now turned it over 13 times, and that has been the one bugaboo for St. Francis today. Otherwise, they've played an exceptional basketball game, but those turnovers have allowed Trinity to stay in the game. The Trojans have 8 steals today. Saints not far behind. They've got 7 steals themselves. So both teams have needed a little bit of help holding on to the basketball. In fact, Trinity has already turned it over 5 times here in the second half after committing just 6 turnovers in the first half, but their shooting has picked up here since halftime. They are at 55%, including 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. So Trinity is hanging in there. They've been down by as many as 18 points, but they're back to within 12 now. They scored 5 in a row very quickly just a moment ago. Down 66 to 49. And we're able to cut into that with 5 points in the span of about 10 seconds. Thanks to a steal off an inbounds play for the Fighting Saints. Rihanna Maxwell Topia, Nadav Gerner, Lewis McGlasson, Carter Fahey, and Carlos Tobias on the floor right now for the Saints. 4/5 of the lineup that got this hot start, or hot stretch started for the Saints back in the first half. Only Tobias for Darius Wright is different from that all subs lineup they used in the first half to great success. Nadav Gerner finds Tobias left side. Carlos Tobias fights his way through traffic, and he's called for the travel. Saints turn it over for the 14th time today. 5 straight points for Trinity. And an interception. Carter Fahey takes the pass away. Fahey out to McGlasson. McGlasson to the basket. Layup, yes. And an offensive foul. Very late call, but it is ruled an offensive foul, so take the basket off the board. Second foul on McGlasson. Another turnover for the Saints. Here's McQueen firing the 3. McQueen misses short. Keontae Thomas, offensive rebound. Williams back up and in. McGlasson across half court. Just a 10-point game now. The Saints were up by 18 a few moments ago. Since then, it's a 10-2 run for Trinity International. They've scored the last 8 points consecutively. McGlasson gets it into Gerner. Nadav Gerner dribbles through the right side. He is hit on the floor. Lays it in, but it doesn't count. It's the 6th foul, so Trinity has hit their limit, but they have not exceeded it. So this will not result in free throws. Nadav Gerner will inbound for the Fighting Saints. Trying to break out of a cold snap here, but they turn it over very nearly. Sterling Brown intercepted the pass, but came down on the baseline. So no change of possession, never came down in bounds. St. Francis does not turn it over this time. $20 on the shot clock. It stays with the Saints here. Jake Carley to inbound here as he comes in for Gerner. Bounced into Maxwell Topia. Quick jumper around the rim, no good. Rebounded by Leon Williams. Cahoon fakes the 3, passes off to McQueen. McQueen down the lane into Williams. Layup is good. Leon Williams heating up on the inside. That's 12 points for him on 6 of 7 shooting. An offensive foul called on St. Francis away from the ball. Rihanna Maxwell Topia is whistled for 1. Leon Williams falls to the ground. Turnover number 17 today for the Fighting Saints. Trinity International is on a 12-2 run here. And they have gotten themselves definitely back in this game. Looked for a little while like St. Francis was pulling away. Sterling Brown inside lays it in with only one shoe. He lost his shoe as he received the pass. Still able to put it up and in. It's now a 14-2 run. Lewis Holy and Russell Tillery come back in for the Saints. The bench did great work in the first half. Here in the second half, they were not able to extend the lead. Darius Wright in late for Carlos Tobias as well. So only Maxwell Topia and McGlasson remain on the floor for the Saints. Johanna Maxwell Topia guarded by Sterling Brown, who pokes it away. Saints get it back. Maxwell Topia is able to get it across the timeline with a second to spare. Passed off to Wright, right back to Maxwell Topia. Layup misses. Rebound snagged by Sterling Brown. Down across half court. Stripped, taken away by Darius Wright. Wright shovels it off to Lewis Holy. Now McGlasson, top of the key, off to Maxwell Topia, right wing. Down low, Lewis Holy working against Leon Williams. Takes it to the inside. Holy fights it up, misses. Rebound tapped into the hands of Sterling Brown. Brown's pass is up for grabs, and Holy called for the foul. Going after that one as he knocks down Keontae Thomas. Second foul on Holy. It's the fourth on the Saints. Trinity's got all the momentum here, and now they've got the ball. Saints have gone over 3 minutes since their last point, as Trinity has scored 12 in a row. Passed off to Jack Cahoon, three-pointer, no good. That would have made it a one-possession game, a big miss, as the Saints get the ball back with a chance to snap their long drought. Wright bounces to Holy. Lewis Holy on a high post, passes to Johanna Maxwell Topia on the right side. Maxwell Topia with 11 on the shot clock, bounces to Darius Wright, pull up from 2-point range, misses short. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Leon Williams. Shot clock resets to 20. Russell Tillery inbounds. Fires it high in the air and off to half court where Darius Wright is standing in the corner to receive the pass. Wright gets a screen going to the left side. Passes to Holy, free throw line jumper. Lewis Holy is good. 8 points for Holy. And the Saints badly needed that one, their first bucket in nearly 4 minutes. On the other end, Keontae Thomas reverse layup. That's Trinity back on the board. So their run is still very impressive here. 18-4. And now a steal for Brandon McQueen. McQueen all alone flushes it with two hands. This is as close as this game has been since the score was in the 20s. Here's Darius Wright passing back to Maxwell Topia. A whistle blows. Now we got a foul on Trinity. So the Saints are bailed out. Wright nearly turned it over. Instead, he's going to the free throw line. One and one for Darius Wright. First free throw attempt of the season for Wright. Joey Bajemi comes in for Lewis McGlasson. Lewis Holy grabs a towel to wipe up something that was on his legs. One and one for Wright. Big free throws here. And he makes the first. Wright goes 2 of 2. Saints are back on the board offensively. They've scored on consecutive possessions. Now they're trying to recapture the defense that helped them build an 18-point lead. Step back 3 for Sterling Brown, no good. Rebound, Jack Cahoon going high in the air for it. He misses on the second chance, and the rebound was knocked out of bounds by Lewis Holy. So the Trojans will get a third chance on this possession. 17 on the shot clock as the ball goes into Cahoon. Keontae Thomas picked up by Maxwell Topia along the baseline into the corner. Cahoon for 3, in and out. They go 0 for 3 on that possession. Some big misses from Trinity International. Can the Saints take advantage of the door that's been left open here? They try to build that lead up to 3 possessions. It was a blowout early in the half. Not so much now. Holy from Tillery lays it in with the left hand. The lead is back to 8. Here's Keontae Thomas, fouled by Holy. The rest of the Saints just kind of backed out of the way, left a free path to the basket for Keontae Thomas. And Holy stepped in. All he could do was foul him. So that's his third. Lewis Holy working on a double-double now with 10 points and 11 rebounds. That cut on his leg has opened up again. So he's getting it wiped up and taped up before we're able to resume play. 8:27 to go in the second half. St. Francis up by 8. 3 ties, 5 lead changes in the first half. But St. Francis took the lead at 25-23 and has not trailed since. They were up by 9 at the half. That lead extended to 18 early in the second half, but Trinity International has gotten hot. They cut it down to 4 before the Saints scored a couple of baskets to bring it back to where it is now as Keontae Thomas misses on the first free throw. Thomas is just 2 of 4 from the line today as he makes the second. Brown and Maxwell Topia set to inbound. He finds Darius Wright right back to Maxwell Topia. The sophomore from New Zealand crosses half court. Picked up by Keontae Thomas. Bounced to Jalen Bates, who passes off to Darius Wright. Wright able to pick it up and get it back to Bates. 8 to shoot. Joey Bajemi dribbles off to the left. Bajemi, step back 3 from the corner, no good. Rebound goes to Trinity. Keontae Thomas gets rid of it. McQueen saves it from going out of bounds. Offensive foul on Trinity. Nabil Kone called for extending his arm there. And the Trojans turn it over. EJ Charles back in the game for St. Francis. Here's Tillery across half court. He passes to Darius Wright. Charles off to the left. It's intercepted by Sterling Brown. Brown takes it in on Charles, lays it up and in. 5-point game. Tillery for Wright. Darius Wright on the near sideline. Guarded by Brandon McQueen. Wright tries to go left. McQueen strips it, and he's got the steal. Ahead for Kone. He is hammered from behind by EJ Charles. And Nabil Kone will go to the free throw line. Third foul on Charles. Sending Kone to the line, not necessarily the worst thing. He's 0 for 6 on free throws so far this season. And now he's 0 for 7. Looked like he had an easy 2 coming his way that would have made it a 1-score game. Instead, he'll try to fight for just 1 point on this possession after missing the first free throw. Here comes the second. It's good. So he's now 1 of 8 from the line for the year. And it is a 4-point game as Joey Bajemi calls timeout. Couldn't find anybody to get it into. Trinity International is back within 4. This is as close as it's been in the second half. Saints were up by 18 as late as 14 minutes to play in the second half. And so over the last 7 minutes, essentially, they've allowed Trinity to cut into this by 14 points. Saints shot 61% from the field in the first half, just 43% so far in the second half. Trinity shot 43 in the first half. They're up to 55 for the second half. But the big problem for St. Francis offensively has not been the shooting, it's been the turnovers. Ball security has been an issue all game. 20 turnovers so far in tonight's game. Out of the timeout. Trinity keeps that press on as Joey Bajemi awaits the ball to inbound it. Passed into Darius Wright, shoveled right back to Bajemi. Bajemi gets by Jack Cahoon. All the way down low, Bajemi circles the basket, misses on the layup, and the rebound goes to Sterling Brown, but knocked out of his hands by Jalen Bates and taken away. Tobias to Bajemi. Joey Bajemi looking in for Bates. Instead, Tobias in the corner, fires the 3. A little bit too strong. Rebound tapped out to Joey Bajemi. Bajemi is fouled by Brandon McQueen. Saints miss on back-to-back shots, get the rebound both times. Or rather, get the rebound one time and a steal the other time. And now they're at the free throw line. 1-1 for Joey Bajemi. Offensive rebounds were key for St. Francis in the first half. They had 10 second chance points. They are -3 on the boards for the second half. Bajemi, a good free throw shooter, needs to make the first one and misses it. So he will not get a second attempt, but the Saints will get another attempt, a fourth attempt at this possession, as Sterling Brown can't track that rebound down inbounds. Russell Tillery is the inbounder. Tillery fires it in for Darius Wright, and it's knocked out of bounds. Good defense by Brandon McQueen. And that has given Ryan Marks headaches all night. The Saints just have not been able to get the ball in. Great pressure defense from Trinity International. And the Trojans have the ball once again with a chance to make this a one-possession game. Brandon McQueen drives, guarded by Tillery. Down low, turnaround from McQueen, a little bit short. Battle for the rebound, won by Cahoon. Cahoon's second effort is good. Williams and Bates were going back and forth on that rebound, and then somehow Cahoon just snuck in behind both of them and brought it in for himself. Darius Wright for 3, no good. Rebound to Sterling Brown. Trinity can tie or take the lead here. Brown for that lead. No good. Offensive rebound once again. McQueen stripped. Bajemi picks it up and he's fouled. Rebounds for the Fighting Saints plus 13 in the first half. In the second half, they are -5. But they get the steal there, and that sends Joey Bajemi to the line on the other end of the floor. Bujemi is 4 of 6 from the line this year. One of those 2 misses came on the last possession. It was the front end of a 1-and-1. That was the 10th team foul on Trinity, so this time they'll get 2 shots no matter what. He makes the first. Saints have not trailed in this game since, I believe, 23-21 was the last time they were behind. Bujemi misses the second free throw. Holy grabs the offensive rebound. Back out to Bujemi. Bujemi gets the screen. Drives from the left wing. Kicks it out to Tobias. Shot clock under 10. Tobias backs it up to half court. 4 seconds to shoot. Tobias bounces to Lewis Holy. Holy at the buzzer, rolls it in. The Saints just do get that one off and in. Lewis Holy adds 2 to his total. He leads the team with 12 points. Brown, the jumper from just beyond the free throw line, is perfect. And again, a 3-point game. Brown had a 3-pointer on the last possession that would have given his team the lead. As I said, it's been 50 points since the last time they were ahead. It is close now as we come down to the final 5 minutes. Tobias step back jumper. Off the mark, offensive rebound. Bujemi, he is unguarded and he lays it in. Sterling Brown for the Trojans. Dribbles to the right, guarded by Tobias. Brown has position, puts it up, misses, but draws the foul. .432 to go. 2 free throws coming up for Sterling Brown. Carlos Tobias picks up his 4th foul. Brown is 79% from the free throw line this year. His first attempt today is good. Game high 19 points for the senior Sterling Brown. Second attempt's coming. It's short. Rebounded by Lewis Holy, his 13th rebound of the game. Still a 2-possession lead for the Fighting Saints. Carlos Tobias throws it away, intercepted, and an easy dunk on the other end for Brandon McQueen. It's a sloppy pass that time, and Trinity was happy to take advantage. 2-point game. 22nd turnover for the Saints. Charles at the top of the key, guarded by Jaden Thomas. Dribbles to the left side, around a screen, he hands it off to Bujemi. Joey Bujemi fires up a wild 3 and hits. Off balance, but with the shot clock running down, Bujemi decided to take the chance and he hits it. Joey Bujemi's now got 15. Keontae Thomas misses the runner on the other end. The Saints come away with it. Tillery down the lane. Tillery open layup is good. 5 quick points in a row for St. Francis, and the lead is back up to 7. Timeout called by Trinity International. 3:20 to play in this game, and St. Francis trying to distance themselves again. Still a lot of time for this 7-point lead to feel anything close to comfortable. But the Saints, who led by as many as 18, saw that lead drop all the way down to 2 on a couple of occasions. They are back up by 7 right now, and they got to that point in very short order. 3-pointer for Joey Bujemi with the shot clock running down, and then after a missed shot on the other end, a quick layup for Russell Tillery, who's now got 13 points. 4 Saints are in double figures. Bujemi's got 15. 13 for Tillery, 12 for Lewis Holy, who's also got 13 rebounds. And Darius Wright has 11 points for the Fighting Saints. 4 Trojans are in double figures as well. Sterling Brown's got 19 points, 16 for Brandon McQueen, 15 for Keontae Thomas and 12 for Leon Williams. It's been a fun one tonight. St. Francis trailed early. They got hot when they brought in their reserves during the first half and pulled away, led by 9 at the half. Shot 61% from the field at the half, and they came out just as hot in the second half, doubling their lead pretty quickly. Trinity, though, at one point went on a 14-0 run. They got within 4. They've been within 2 a couple of times. St. Francis has been able to extend it once again. Trinity has missed their last 5 3-point attempts. They've got the ball in the front court with 26 to shoot coming out of the timeout. Sterling Brown is the inbounder. Brandon McQueen, 7 of 14 from the field today. Kind of a quiet 16 points. Williams out to Brown. Sterling Brown lost the handle on it, got it right back though. Now he takes it inside. Brown down the lane, picks up his dribble, needs some help, finds McQueen outside. McQueen against Tillery. Takes it down the lane into Leon Williams, up with the right hand, high off the glass and in. Good possession out of the timeout for Trinity International. Now it's the Saints' turn to respond. Russell Tillery loses the ball and out of bounds. Turnover number 23 for St. Francis, and that one unforced. Brandon McQueen across the timeline. Picked up by Tillery. Off to Brown. Brown pull up from the free throw line. High archer misses short. Tillery grabs the rebound and he's fouled, I believe, by Jaden Thomas streaking past. That is number 4 on Thomas. Double bonus for the Saints, so Russ Tillery will get 2 free throws now. Trying to add to this 5-point lead with under 2.5 minutes to go. Tillery makes the first of 2 free throws. 14 points now for the grad senior, transferred in from Concordia in Oregon last year. Makes both foul shots. Seven-point lead for the Saints. Trojans basketball. They don't need to hurry it up necessarily. They need a bucket here as Brown fires a 3 and gets them exactly what they needed. Brown pulls this game to within 4. We've got a good one down the stretch here. Final 2 minutes. Tillery over to Charles. DJ Charles steps back. His 3-pointer from the corner cannot respond to Brown's success on the other end. Charles misses short. Brown tries again. In and out this time, and Holy grabs the rebound, his 14th of the game. Tillery drives. He's fouled on the floor. Leon Williams called for his second foul of the game. A couple of big free throws here for Russell Tillery, who knocked down both just a moment ago. First shot is good from Tillery. Tillery 4 for 4 down the stretch here from the line. He's got a team leading 17 points. Williams drives on Holy, and Holy is called for the foul. It's only the 8th on St. Francis. It is number 4 on Holy. Well, 1-1 here for Leon Williams. who has not been a good free throw shooter this year. 4 of 9. First one for Williams is good. He'll get one more. It's a big make for a sub 50% free throw shooter. Does he have one more in him? He does not. 1 of 2. And here come the Saints. Russell Tillery across half court. Guarded by Keontae Thomas. Tillery gets inside the three-point arc, now pulls it back out. Around a screen from Lewis Holy, he throws it straight out of bounds. Looking for Darius Wright, but out of control on the pass. And it's another St. Francis turnover. Tillery's got a team leading 17 points. That's the good for him. He's turned it over 5 times, though. That's the bad. Timeout is called with 73 seconds. 86-81 the score. Trinity International has reached the 80-point mark for the 6th consecutive game to open the season. Talked about it in the first half. They have had no problem scoring this year, and today is no exception. Came in averaging 86 points per game, but they're allowing 87 per game. And the Saints figure to at least match that number again today. Unless we see overtime, this will be the first time this season that Trinity has improved on their defensive total from one game to the next. Over their first 5 games, they allowed more points each time out there, culminating in their loss earlier this week against Trinity Christian, in which they allowed 103. They dropped back-to-back games coming into today. Saints are trying to make it 3 straight losses for Trinity International, but they have to fight off a late charge from the Trojans, who trailed by 18 points with 14 minutes to play. They have brought it back to within 2, but missed one attempt that they had to take the lead. And the Saints got hot again offensively after that. They did not give them another opportunity after that. Trinity can make it a 1-score game, though, on this possession. They've got the ball coming out of this timeout. Still 2 timeouts remaining for both teams. So either side has plenty of options to stop the clock here, or to stop the proceedings if they wish. Here's Keontae Thomas. Thomas fires across court to Jaden Thomas. Out to Sterling Brown, who slows it down and throws it out of bounds. Both teams having some communication issues on their last possession. Sterling Brown, who's had a great game, turns it over for the 7th time tonight. Final minute of play. A bucket here from the Saints would make it a 3-score game, but instead it's another turnover. An offensive foul. E.J. Charles pushes off Jaden Thomas. It's a backbreaker for St. Francis. The possession had the feel of a game definer if they were able to run 20 seconds off the shot clock and then score to make it a 7-point game. This one would feel mighty hopeless for Trinity, or at least getting close to that point. Instead, they've got lots of time and they trail by only 5. Keontae Thomas drives, kicks into the corner. Jaden Thomas for 3, no good. Offensive rebound, Leon Williams into McQueen. McQueen dribbles out of traffic and resets. Keontae Thomas into the corner. Jaden Thomas does not take the 3 this time. Instead, he drives and draws the foul. Same spot he was in just a moment ago. Took the 3 last time. This time he drives and gets himself to the line. He's just a 25% three-point shooter. So not a real high percentage shot when he took it, but it was open. Now he's at the line where he's gone 3 of 5 this year. 2 shots, and he misses the first. Down the stretch, the Saints have made their free throws. Trojans have not. One of the major differences here. Second shot misses as well. Bujemi grabs the rebound. He's quickly fouled. Sterling Brown doesn't like the call, and I'm sure they don't love sending Joey Bujemi to the line because he's a good foul shooter, but There was no shot clock there. They were going to have to foul at some point. Better to get it done quickly. One player's on the floor, though. E.J. Charles was the guy they wanted to send to the line. He had some free throw problems last year. The other 4 guys out there all shoot it pretty well. Two shots for Bajemi. Both teams are in the double bonus. He makes the first. $16 points for Joey Bajemi. Worth noting, Bajemi did miss 2 critical free throws earlier in this second half. So even though he's historically a good shooter, not necessarily the worst guy to send to the line tonight, and he misses another one. And a lane violation, or a foul actually, on St. Francis. That hurts. Lane violation would have just given them the ball. The foul means they're going back to the other side for 2 shots. Up by 6 points with 28.5 seconds left. The absolute last thing St. Francis wants to see at this point is the clock stopped with a chance to score. Thomas back to the line. Jaden Thomas missed 2 free throws just 2 seconds ago in terms of game time. And he misses his 3rd in a row. One more for Thomas. 4 straight misses for Thomas. Lewis Holy grabs his 16th rebound of the game, and he's fouled going to the line the other side. Not over yet, but if Holy can make these 2 free throws, it's pretty close. Both teams have made costly mistakes down the stretch. But St. Francis made more of their shots earlier in the game. Not here, though. Another missed free throw. Just a moment ago, I said the big difference late in this one is that the Saints were making their free throws. The Trojans were not. Well, now neither team is making them. Saints have missed 2 in a row. The Trojans have missed 4 in a row. Holy connects on the all-important second one. That makes it a 3-possession game. That was the most important thing, that he make at least 1 out of the 2. Brandon McQueen left free to the basket, misses the layup. Tillery comes down with the rebound across half court to Darius Wright. And with just 16 seconds on the clock, Wright is fouled. He's going to the line. Trinity just has not been able to hit anything over the final minute. They fought and fought and fought to get back. They were down by 18. Brought it down to just 2, but they have not been able to hit their clutch shots. First free throw is good from Darius Wright. Trojans are just 44% from the free throw line tonight. The second free throw is good from Wright. They've turned it over 12 times here in the second half. Saints have 25 turnovers. They've shot it a lot better, though. Keontae Thomas, they let him go to the hoop, and he lays it in. Timeout called with 12 seconds to go, 90-83. St. Francis has the lead, and no timeout after all. The refs blew the whistle, but maybe just for a substitution. Tall order now for Trinity. Maxwell Topia doesn't even have a chance to get it in. Russell Tillery is fouled. Keontae Thomas doesn't like the call, but it's not on him. It's on Jaden Thomas. That's his 5th. So Thomas fouls out. No time runs off the clock as Tillery goes down to the other end for free throws. Saints on the verge of picking up their first conference win of the season after dropping the opener on a buzzer-beating 3-pointer, 59-58 on Wednesday. They look to get back over 500 overall. Tillery makes his 5th consecutive free throw. 18 points for Tillery. Second shot is good. Still a 3-score game. Saints just don't want to foul here. That's all that's on their minds. Keontae Thomas out to Sterling Brown. Brown takes the 3 and hits. 9.5 seconds to go. It's a 6-point game. Maxwell Topia into right. He's fouled. That's all St. Francis has to do right now. Even if they're trading 2s for 3s, not enough time for Trinity to get back in this game as long as the Saints are able to inbound the basketball and get at least one free throw here. Really just getting the ball inbounds, not turning it over. That's all that matters right now. Wright does make the first free throw. 3-score game now. Wright makes them both. New season high in scoring for St. Francis, 94 points. Keontae Thomas down the floor in a hurry. His three-pointer, no good. Holy grabs one more rebound for good measure. And our final score is 94-86. St. Francis defeats Trinity International, and that's a big win for the Fighting Saints. 3 straight losses now for the Trojans. But Trinity figures to be one of the big players in the conference this season, so getting an early season victory against them is mighty big for St. Francis. Saints led this one most of the way. They were back and forth early on, tied at 23. The Saints got the next 4 points, and they never trailed from that point on. They built the lead up to 9 at halftime. It was all the way up to 18 early in the second half. And then Trinity International made their run. They went on a 14-0 run at their best point and ultimately got all the way within 2. At one point, Sterling Brown fired a three-pointer that would have given his team the lead. It rimmed out, and they never had another shot at the lead the rest of the way. Saints were not quite able to pull away until the final minutes from the free throw line, but they did enough to hold off that charge from Trinity and pick up the victory. Final totals for St. Francis today, 52% from the field, 47% for Trinity. The Saints outshot the Trojans from the three-point line, 39-31, and from the free throw line, this was huge, 77% for St. Francis, 44 for the Trojans. St. Francis was led offensively by Russell Tillery, who had 19 points. Lewis Holy grabbed a double-double, 13 points, 18 rebounds for Holy in 23 minutes played tonight. They also got 16 points from Joey Bajemi, 15 from Darius Wright. And they got contributions from pretty much everybody who was out there. 9 different players. Make that 10 different players scored points tonight for the Fighting Saints. For Trinity, 25 points for Sterling Brown led the way. Brandon McQueen, who had 40 the last time he was here, finished with 16 tonight. 17 for Keontae Thomas and 15 for Leon Williams, who led his team with 9 rebounds as well. Saints bench outscored the Trojans bench 38-6. That was one of the keys. In the paint, they were huge in the first half, 50 points in the paint for St. Francis today. They pick up the victory 94-86, and they improve to 2-1 on the season, 1-1 in conference play. The Trojans drop their 3rd in a row. They fall to 3-3 on the season. They are now 0-2 in the conference with losses to the Saints and to Trinity Christian. That'll do it for today's broadcast. Thanks for tuning into this one as the Saints pull off the 94-86 victory over Trinity International. Until next time, this is Terry Bonadonna signing off from Joliet, Illinois. Have a good night.